So my journey over the last year has been a lot of ups and downs. I had elbow surgery middle of last year, right after my match at Wimbledon. I flew straight to Melbourne, and I guess I kind of knew pretty early on that I was going to have the surgery, and I just tried to play for as long as I could, which was tough. It came with its own battles, but I kind of got to the point where I knew that this is what I really had to do. Obviously really young, early on in my career. This is my second surgery already, so I felt like I had kind of been through it before, so I'm not sure if that makes it easier or tougher, because I am a few years older now, and I think as you get older you're just so much more aware of time. So the last 6 months I haven't touched a racket, which is the longest I've gone in my career. So I'm just definitely in a process right now of figuring out who I am without tennis, but still working hard really every day to get back out onto the court, because when you don't have something that you've grown up with, I haven't not touched a racket for this long since I was about 5 years old, so I definitely know now that this is what I want to do with my life, and I miss it every day, so that's where I'm at right now. It's definitely been mostly good days, but some tough days. I'm very lucky that I have a really close network around me, and I can rely really heavily on my family, and they know me so well that they can see if I'm struggling and they can lift me up, and they just surround me with so much positivity, which I'm very, very grateful for, my family and my friends. But in saying that, it hasn't always been sunshine and butterflies. It's come with its own struggles. There are days when I just don't know if I'm going to be back on court, or I think that is the toughest part, is that timeline of when am I actually going to be stepping out on the court? Am I ever going to get back to where I was before? Obviously I kind of stopped and had the surgery when I was at kind of a high in my career, so I think I'm definitely not alone though, and I just try to keep reminding myself of that. There are so many athletes and just everyday people that go through ups and downs in their lives, and I'm kind of just going through one of those stages, and I'm trying to look at it as a positive, to kind of learn more about myself, who I am outside of the game, off the court, without a scoreboard, kind of dictating, but I'm very lucky that I live in an amazing place, and I've had some really cool opportunities. I kind of came through a little bit last year and no one really knew who I was. Obviously I haven't had the amazing success that Ash has had, but I think to my family and my coaches and the people who work closely around me, I don't think it was a shock to them. It's just been a accumulation of a lot of years of hard work and travel and away from home, so kind of all happened this time last year. Was probably the first time that I probably just proved to myself that this is where I belong and this is where I want to get to, playing day in, day out against the best female tennis players in the world. So it's really good to look back at those memories and kind of remind myself that, hey, I am good enough, and that's where I want to get back to, and playing Fed Cup for my country, and it's those memories that get me through the tough days in the gym, doing rehab, when no one else is really there, it's just me and my thoughts, just that confidence walking out on the court and feeling like you belong, and you can look at the person down the other end and say, hey, I'm here and you're going to have to beat me. You don't walk out on the court and you've already been beaten. So definitely something that I'm taken away from last year. Obviously it's tough having not played, but just reminding myself of that, and that I can walk down the corridor and have some of those girls look at me and kind of acknowledge me, and that's a pretty cool feeling. And I feel very lucky as a female athlete at the moment, and especially as a tennis player. There are so many girls around my level. Obviously we've got Ash leading the charge, she's amazing, but there is a really big group of us who are in that kind of 150, 100 ranking, who are really making moves, and we're kind of coming up as a group, and we all support each other on the court, off the court. We're just really great friends, and we push each other as well. We're all really competitive, but that's something I'm very, very grateful for.